Welcome to the Making of a DM. Question and answer today, but the biggest topic, what to do when you're stuck or feeling small and you're scared. I'm going to answer this in great detail. So I hope you have a pen and paper. I hope you're driving by yourself because I'm about to go unplugged in a good way. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm Mark Evans, I'm Mark Evans, I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another Making of a DM. That's right, the deal maker. You are the dream maker as well of your own life. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new to the podcast show, thank you so much. I might say a cuss word or two, so if you have children around in the room and you don't want them to hear it, I'm apologizing in advance. I have a note right in front of me that says, no cussing. Well, I'll do my best, but I get excited and passionate about these topics, and I'm genuinely talking to you. I'm looking right now. I'm in the office here in Parkland, Florida, at my house, overlooking this beautiful day, golf course, a lot of golfers out there, playing around while we're building our life, building our futures, right? But got these awesome leather chairs across from me. And I picture when I'm talking, doing this show is if you're sitting across from me in the office and we're talking. I'm excited. I'm passionate. I love this game. I don't always I appreciate the game. I might not always love it, but I definitely respect it and appreciate it. And I want to share real stuff with you guys and gals here. So thank you so much. I also want to let you know, I've been sharing on social media at Mark Evans DM on all handles what's going on. We have it coming up. I shared last week, June 25th and June 26th, Nashville, Tennessee. 350 people from all over the country and the world are going to be there. Entrepreneurs, investors, business owners of all types, people doing, starting out in business to people that are actually doing, tens of hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue in business. There's nothing to buy at the event. It's strictly content. We deliver massive value. I buy you lunch, and we have an amazing birthday bash. Every year I do an event for my birthday. On June 19th is my birthday. I turn the big 4-6, so I'll be in business almost 28 years. I'd be in business by the time you guys get there, June 25th and 6th. But we raised a lot of money. Last year, we raised over $711,000 in 45 minutes to rescue children from trafficking. Which is, I'm super honored to do that. We've raised millions of dollars for that cause, and we'll continue to do so. But just to let you know, we will be selling out the tickets. They sell out every year. A lot of people procrastinate and wait. As you're listening to my voice right now, they're only $1,000. They will go up to $2,000, so you get 50% off right now. If this is something that interests you, I don't even have a page set up yet. My team's working on that, but you are listening to it. You're hearing it first here. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and just say Nashville, and I'll get you linked up with Gino, or I'll shoot you a link or whatever if we have it at that time. But I want you to know this is an amazing event. My team's talking with many, many people right now. Not only that, I don't bring in speakers that talk shit and sell stuff. I bring in real business owners. I got a guy speaking. He's turned down many offers in the double-digit 8 figures. Generates many millions of dollars net per year in his company. He's in many, many states. You guys will know this guy. He's in the blue collar space. I have another guest I'm bringing on, has billions views on social media, is a massive influencer, is a raw, authentic. He's been blacklisted because he tells the truth. And he is someone that you guys more likely know. I don't want to share that now, but it is epic to have him here. He's my boy. I've known him a very long time. He owns many different companies as well. He owns a tech company, apparel company, and a media company, to name a few. He will be sharing raw, genuine, real hard-hitting information. And I got another guy we're working on now. He's coming. He'll be there for sure. He's done thousands and thousands of real estate units. He's going to share exactly how he transitioned from single family to multifamily, what he would have done different, knowing what he knows now. He's been in the industry for a long time. He will be dropping real knowledge, and him and I's done many, many, many deals together as well. So these are real people doing real deals, not talking about it, sitting behind a desk, acting like it, actually real doers. I got another guy coming to speak. A lot of people always want to know about money, raising money. How do I get the money? And as you guys may or may not know, 1996, a small town Ohio boy, that's me. I had no money. I lived with my parents. I had no money. I had no credit, and definitely wasn't going to go get a job. So I had to learn how to be resourceful, and I learned how to do owner financing, and then I learned how to get access to a lot of capital. I've raised tens of millions of dollars to do real estate investing over the years, and we will be dropping the knowledge. You will have time to meet these people. You have time to ask questions to these people, and they will share you their playbook. There's no holds bar. There's nothing to buy. They're not going to give you the basic information and leave you hanging. They will share every information. If you have a question, you ask them, they will answer the question. I guarantee it. So, and we have a couple other really cool people that I can't share yet, but if you've ever done an event, these events are crazy. These are $500,000 events to put on. It's a lot of moving parts. It's 6 months of my life and my team's life, and we lose money on them. We do it because we want to give back to charity. And I say this every year. If you've never been to an event, I don't want to do them. I have to do them because it makes an impact. See, everyone talks about making money. Listen, I'm all about that because I talk about that all the time too. But one thing I'm huge in is the giving muscle, giving money. Because the more money you give, the more money you're making. The more money you give, the more money you're making. It's not like I'll start giving when I make 10 million. It doesn't work like that. You start giving today. And by the way, you don't even have to show up to the event to start giving. Go give today. I don't care if it's $1, $10, $100, $100,000, $1 million, whatever it is, give. Get scared, get uncomfortable, give. Work this muscle. It's a real muscle. A lot of people don't understand about it. I very rarely hear anybody talk about it, but it's something I definitely lean into. I believe it's what's giving me these amazing opportunities in life to connect with great people by giving. And remember this, you'll never outgive the world. Just give. And the reason why I was always apprehensive to give is the people I was always giving to on the up and coming in the beginning stages is they were takers. I'd give and they would take. I'd give and I'd feel weird about it. I'd give and they wouldn't appreciate it. But I was giving to the wrong people. When you give to real causes and real things and situations, don't let this giving muscle fatigue out because you're giving the wrong people. Lean into it, learn from it, become better at giving. And the better you get at giving, the better you're going to start feeling about giving more. So sorry about that. I didn't have that plan to talk about all that here, but that's what's going on. June 25th, June 26th, Nashville, Tennessee. Hit me up. I would love to see you there. Or you'll just procrastinate, wait till the last minute, and tickets will be sold out. It's cool either way. That's up to you. So today, this is a Q&A session. I've asked on social media, and I also ask you guys if you have questions, and I can answer on here. This is like mentoring for free, if you will. One-way mentoring, I guess, because you ask a question, I intake it, and then I answer it. But I get asked all the time, what do you do when you're stuck or feeling small? And we all, as real entrepreneurs, at a time in your journey are going to feel small multiple times, many times throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the years that you're in this game. You're going to feel small. And this is why community is so important, the right community. When you get stuck, typically shut down. When you feel small, you shut down. You feel like maybe you fucked up a deal. There I go. I'm sorry. I told you I wouldn't do it, but I did it already. I got excited. You messed up a deal. You messed up this deal, and now you feel like a loser. You feel like a dumbass. I lost 20 grand. I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better. And then you just start going down this weird black hole. Then you start questioning everything you've done to this date. You start understanding, is this for me? Then you start shrinking your vision, your goals, your ideas. You start going into a weird funk. You're not talking to anybody. Your children are getting, you're not taking care of your family like you should, and everything in between. I'm telling you, I know this is real because I've been there and I will be there. The key is how everyone's going to get stuck. The question is, how quickly do you get unstuck? I wrote this out today during my thought auditing. I talk about thought auditing every day. Thought auditing is a very powerful tool I've done and I do. It's something I talk about in my book called Magician vs. Mule, but I write my thoughts down, and my thoughts come from somewhere. Did they come from my parents? Did they come from a bad experience? Did they come from a good experience? Because we all have thoughts, good thoughts, bad thoughts, and everything else in between. But where did they stimulate from? Where did they get anchored in at? Who said these are good thoughts? Truth is, most people have very terrible thoughts, especially when things are going bad, right? So I want to share what I wrote down on my thought audit, and I want you to really think about this because this is very important. When you start to feel small, stand up. Lean into who you have become and control the controllables. See, we all heard that term, controllables. Control the controllables. We hear this everywhere. Control the controllables. What time you getting up? 4 o'clock? Get your ass up at 4 a.m. That's in your control. I don't care if you went to bed at 3:59. You said 4 a.m., get up. These little wins of controllables give you confidence to start creating a ladder to get out of the hole that you've dug yourself into, inch by inch. This shit is hard, but it's real and it works. You're not alone, though. You have the man upstairs, and you have to realize that this is making you stronger for your future self. It's happening for you to grow. Understand you're growing with this thing that's happening right now. I want you to think for a second. I want you to think of things that's happened to you in the past that you felt like, oh my God, my life's over. This hurts so bad. Your ex broke up with you. This business deal broke. This thing happened. You got rejected, blah, blah. You're still here. Did it make you stronger? Did it give you insight? It's not fun when you're in it, but when you get out of it, you look back and you're like, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if that didn't happen. That's what's going on when you're stuck and you're deep in this weird funk, that weird feeling. I want you right now to rise up, stand up strong, be fucking fierce. You're built for this, aren't you? Don't get discouraged. Don't doubt this. Understand this is part of the journey. And most importantly, when this is going on, I swear on my life, I get inspired. I get inspired knowing that this is where every motherfucker quits. And I will not. It might suck. It might hurt. I might be bleeding a little bit. But my motherfucking ass is going to get up and rise up, and I'm going to take this shit down. And that's how I get out of the funk. See, too many of you are over there pussyfooting around. Oh, poor me. You don't understand. I don't need to understand the story you've built around your bullshit. You don't need to even understand it. Why would you ask me to understand it? What you're doing when you say you don't understand, you don't understand. That's why you're portraying that to me to help me unpackage your BS and make you feel good about where you're at. It doesn't feel good when you're getting kicked. It doesn't feel good when people are talking shit. It doesn't feel good when things are breaking. But understand this. It's your opportunity to rise up. Books aren't made and written about people's like, I woke up today and everything I touch turns to gold. I never have a challenge. Everything's so simple. It's so easy. I just make money by walking around, hanging out, doing nothing. Yeah, it sounds pretty stupid when you talk like that, right? Because it doesn't happen. That's not real life. Understand these obstacles, these challenges is why most people will never be true entrepreneurs, because this is where they quit. I swear to you, if there's 100 people in a room and they're facing with what you're facing or I'm facing at that moment, and we're down, everyone's like, you can't do this. I told you I was dumb. You're a loser. You can't, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? I promise you, I'm walking out that fucking front door and I will win. It won't be pretty. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Where you're at today is where you're at. I don't care if you're 25, 13, or 180. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. I always feel behind the 8 ball. That's what people that have drive feel. That's what we feel. That's what fuels us. That's what pushes us. That's a whole nother podcast show because that comes with maturity and understanding where you're at, awareness. But I want you to know you're listening to this show for a reason, to grow, to push, to enjoy the process even when it sucks. I enjoy it because I know this is where most people quit. And I'm not a quitter. To grow my company, to grow my vision. This is why some people accomplish their dreams and why others don't. It's when it's tough. When you always hear these dipshits online, well, if it's so easy, why doesn't everyone do it, Mark? Well, this is why. If I ever left my kids one thing in life, that one thing, I wrote about this in a book about 8 years ago, grit. This shit is gritty, and you better be ready for it. See, true entrepreneurship is waking up every day, losing all the time, and winning once in a while. That's what entrepreneurship really is. Most of you guys fucking think you wake up and win 24/7. And that's when you're not winning, FYI. Because that's not how it works. Because you're pushing the game. You're getting out of your comfort zone. You're hiring a person. You thought this is the right one. They steal from you. They don't show up. They quit unexpectedly. It's not working out too well right now. He's still fucking around like everything's good. I'm like, dude, I've been at this party before. It's not a party, and there's nobody there. And you better hunker down and call 100 people and connect with 100 of your past customers in the last 6 months. If you do not, the next 6 months are going to be very dark. See, the thing is when you go down, you forget to communicate. Most importantly, communicate with yourself. And then the biggest thing is communicate with people of alike that has been there that could help you pull you up with information, with inspiration, maybe with a connection, depending what situation you're dealing with. Maybe you need a good lawyer right now. Maybe you need a good HR person right now. Maybe you need a good tax advisor right now. Maybe you need a good person to help you, organize your data. Whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with. I just want to let you know you're here for a reason. And I promise you, me and my guys in the DM family, the DM Alliance, the guys and gals, we have 150 plus people in this community. And I've taught people for many years, big and small. We all have this problem where we shut down. We stop talking and communicating with the people that could help us the most. Because we don't want to complain. We don't want to sound like we're weak. You know what's weak? It's by you suffering in silence. It hurts you, hurts everyone around you. If you know me and you're suffering, message me ASAP. We are problem solvers. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. See, everyone's like, again, the memes. Yeah, I want new problems. Well, they're here. Now what? See that saying, be careful for what you wish for. You're built for this. You're at the right place at the right time. 2024 is a funky year already. I'm watching it. I'm in it. Just weird shit's happening all over the place. Don't let people fool you. The ones you think that are crushing it, the ones that you think everyone's dealing with weird shit right now. Everyone. The question is, how are they dealing with it? Are they dealing with it in silence, suffering, and then building a story around it? Because you'll see this. You don't have to believe me. You'll see this. Pay attention. You'll start seeing the people suffering really hard, minimizing their life at massive levels. And then they'll start portraying it on social media. Life is about the journey. It's about simplicity. Okay, cool. Motherfucker, 3 years ago, you're talking about buying the mansions, buying all the cool cars, taking the $100,000 vacation. I love that stuff. And now you're telling me to minimize? There's a happy median in there somewhere. But if people are going from one extreme to another, that's a story they start crafting. We all do this, by the way. It's a story we craft to the universe, to ourselves, portray it to the universe, and to justify us losing. And we act like we're winning, but by doing that, you're hurting yourself and everybody else that cares about you. If there's one wish I had, I wish entrepreneurs would be brutally honest with themselves and ask for more help. The world would be a better place. You don't have to fight every fight yourself. A lot of the fights you're doing, you probably don't even have to do. Because that comes with experience. Sometimes they're just things. They're not even a fight. It's like a gnat. Next. But depending where you're at in the journey, it might seem like the world is over. You understand? I'm 28, almost 28 years deep in the game. I still deal with this. This is why I invest hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in mentors to have them on speed dial. I was dealing with something in January, and dude, it kicked me down to the ground. I told my wife, I'm like, yo, I've never had this happen in almost 28 years of my life, ever. I was scared. I was overwhelmed. I was frustrated. I was doubting things for about a nanosecond. And then I text my mentor. I'm like, yo, do you have time to talk? I need help. And he calls immediately. Because true entrepreneurs know how hard it is for someone to send a fucking text like that. Because I'm not texting them to complain. I need help. You need help. We all need help all the time. And within 30 minutes, I reinstilled my confidence. I had a very direct, clear path. And I had a resource, a person I could call to help me solve the problem that's a professional in that specific area. And then I got back to business. I wish more entrepreneurs would ask for help. But the thing is, all you guys go to these fucking groups and you hang out. You're like, yeah, man, I have 2 9-figure companies. I'm crushing it. And then I see your card gets fucking declined every week, every month. But yet you're living this false life. Why? For what? It's fake. It's not real. It's bullshit. No one cares except you. You understand a true entrepreneur knows when you're bullshitting, right? A real person that genuinely could help you knows you're a fucking liar. That's what I'm saying straight up. If you act like that. If you're stuck, the fastest way to get unstuck is be in an environment that you've invested in. You've planted seeds in. You've created relationships in. Because listen, in seasons, guys, it's winter right now. It's winter for many, many, many people. Arctic winter. It's tough. Leads are different. Employees are different. The environment's different. Sales are different. Everything's different. Doesn't mean you quit. It means you adjust. It means you hire better people. It means you get better systems. It means you get closer to your clients and talk to them and communicate, see what's going on. What made you buy from me? What are you looking to do now? What are you up to? Because again, if you have problems and I have problems, do you think your customers have problems? Yes. But you're so consumed with your problem that you're not stopping and remembering that the way to solve the problem is to solve other people's problems. I have a weird thing to tell you. This is weird, but it's the truth. I was talking with my wife this week about it. The January situation that happened, it was like a real thing. Again, in 28 years of business, I've never had it happen. When I got the notice of the situation, my brain immediately went to, who can I help? Who can I help? Who can I serve? Who can I help? Who can I serve? Who can I help? Who can I serve? Not, poor me. I got to quit this shit. This is stupid. I did say it was stupid, but this is stupid. I got to quit because it is stupid. It's all stupid. But something has to be dealt with. And that's when I shot the text to my mentor. And he called me immediately and we talked it through. I would ask you, who's in your circle that you're calling and shooting straight with? Not peacocking, not acting like everything's great. Yo, man, how's business? Good, man, good, man. Motherfucker, you're lying. Don't lie. There's something always wrong with business. If you're a real business owner, there's always something wrong. Always. Dude, leads suck right now, man. I'm spending fucking 10 grand a day. I used to get 300 leads. Now I'm only getting 120. I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited. We're still generating some rev. We're still keeping the feet moving. But if you have a solution for that, please let me know. I need help there. There's always something. Right now, taxes. Dude, you got crushed on taxes. Yeah, man, I got to figure taxes out. I'm getting a little sloppy there. I make all this money. I give half of it away. I just got to get better at proactive tax advising. Some of you guys think great tax advisors cost money because you're immature in business. That's why you think that way. Straight up. I was talking with a guy recently. He's like, dude, I can't spend $1,000 a month tax advisor. I'm like, what are you talking about? You make $2 million a year. If you spend $1,000 a month, invest $1,000 a month, by the way. You invest $1,000 a month in a tax advisor. They'll save you hundreds of thousands of dollars from my experience. And not only that, they'll give you the confidence to build bigger. Because the reason most of you don't build big is because, well, if I make more money, I got to give more money away. Yeah, because you're immature in business. I know I'm giving you guys a beating today, but I'm telling you right now, you are some strong people if you're still listening to my voice. You're strong. You're going to make it through this. You're going to win bigger than you ever dreamed of. You just got to keep your feet moving. I talk about that all the time. When I was in football, my coach, my legs are literally about to fall off. I'm crying, literally. Keep your feet moving, Evans. Keep your feet fucking moving, Evans. Keep your feet moving, Evans. Evans, just keep your feet moving. Pound it in my head. Who's pounding that in your head? Sounds like it might be me, right? Keep your feet moving. But also what I had that I didn't know I had is I had encouragement. I had someone that cared, that knew that I was only at 40% when I thought I was at 100%. Keep your feet moving. You got this. Yes, it's going to hurt. It's called growth. Yes, it's going to hurt. It's called opportunity, because that's when people quit, Mark. That's when they quit. You're not a fucking quitter. I know that. You're not a quitter, Evans. Don't quit. You got this. Push. My dad did this. My coach did this. My grandmother did this. You're special, Mark. You're special. You're the one, Mark. I always told my grandmother I was going to be a millionaire from the time I can ever remember. You understand? No one had $1 million that I know of. Not one person ever even heard of this. When I was a little kid, I'm 8 to 12 years old. I was at her house, my grandmother's house. I used to stay there through the summer, sometimes for a couple of days. And she had notebooks. And I wrote out a check for $1 million to my grandmother, Rhea Evans. And I said, $1 million. What bank? Hip National Bank. Cash. I signed it. When my grandmother passed away in 2005, my aunt found this in my grandmother's drawer. And I always told my grandmother by the time I was 30 years old, I'd be able to give her whatever she wanted. Unfortunately, she didn't make it till I was 30. I was 27, and I did give her everything I could. But she believed in me. I couldn't go talk to my grandmother about, hey, grandma, a bad day today. I only made 47 grand today. I always joke, like, I used to go there at 2:00 to take her to lunch, and she'd be yelling at me, get to work. Your grandfather had 5 jobs, but I love you. Again, her thoughts, her beliefs. That's what my grandfather did do, but that's not what I have to do. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa. They gave me the foundation. They showed me what hard work does. And unfortunately, the hard work they did wasn't the hard work I was willing to do to get the results they had. I'm all for hard work, but I'm not about working hard to get nothing to show for it. So I had to learn about money. I had to learn about taxes. I had to learn about investing. I had to take on a different path than what they did instead of hard fucking work. My grandfather he worked at the railroad, right? He worked at a tree farm. He worked as a farmer. He did all kinds of shit. They had 9 kids, for God's sakes. So we know what he's doing on his off time, clearly. But at the end of the day, is I learned from it. But what communities, what person are you investing in, most importantly for yourself and them, that when shit like this happens, you can call them and ask for help. You can do a post, ask for help. No one's sitting around saying, you loser, you suck, man, that's whatever. No, man. In my world, they're like, dude, let's get on the phone. Let me help you. See, the thing is too many people are propping up right now. I guarantee, I know for a fact, listen, I get the calls, I get the texts, I get the emails from all these guys on social media, It's tough. And I'm not saying people aren't winning either, but it's different now. It's not like a year ago where literally Stevie Wonder could see the opportunities everywhere. You got to be a better business person now. You got to understand KPIs. You got to understand work. There is a time and place to hang out and play, and there's definitely a time and place, and it's right now. I promise you, this whole year is really hunkered down to work. That's the season we're in. Everybody. And you don't have to believe me. Don't do it and watch what happens. You'll have less money. You'll have more heartache. You'll have more heartburn. And you'll have less opportunities in the future because you've hurt yourself because you're not prepared today. Nothing bad will come from you working smarter and harder. Nothing bad will come from you getting on the phone with your past clients. Nothing bad will happen. So like I was sharing with you, when that thing happened to me in January, I immediately, I literally got on the phone with 10 different people that same day. And I said, how can I help you? What do you got going on? Now, keep in mind, I'm dealing with something I've never dealt with, and it's like a real thing. But I just went straight to serving because it fills my heart. It fills my soul. It's what it allows me to get out of my funk, to realize how grateful I am to be in this position. Very grateful. Have you ever thought when shit really gets hard, go to instant gratitude? Be grateful you have the opportunity to be in this position because that means you're actually doing something. Be grateful that you actually have good people in your corner to help you get through this process because that's gratitude. Be grateful that you're not going to quit. I'm not going to say you won't edit. I'm not going to say, just don't minimize. Just don't fucking change everything you believe in because of this moment, this strain. Don't be that person. It's happening everywhere right now. All over the place. What do you do? What do you do when things get bad? I already know. Most of you listening to my voice go silent, go dark, go in very dark places. Almost to the point that I think you're fucking obsessed with negativity. I almost think you love the pain. I think you love hurting yourself. That's why you keep doing it. Why? Because you know how to deal with the pain through the process. Even though you don't like it, you know how to deal with it. Because if you solved it, you would actually go find new problems. And you don't know how to deal with new problems, so you just keep falling back into the same problem. And then you have the problem you get out of and you're happy, and then back into the same problem. And hopefully you get out a little bit out of the realm and get into a new problem. Not many of you are doing that. Still have cash flow issues, still have team issues, still have employee issues. You still have all these issues. What new issues do you have going on? What do you got going on that's new? See, in the DM Alliance and the DM community in general, DM family and all that, I don't care if it's my community or your community, or what, it doesn't matter. All I hope and pray for is that you find someone when things are bad, you can connect with them and they can help you solve the problem. Non-judgmental, very loving, very caring, very resourceful to give you guidance, support, and encouragement to get out of the funk. This could happen in a global environment, like a mastermind group. This could happen with a one-on-one group. And I know a lot of people, I need one-on-one, man. It's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's called business. True business owners know that we all are dealing with crazy shit 24/7. And what's cool about it is if you have the courage in a global group, obviously the right global group, and you share what's going on, you don't have to share every single detail, but share the big idea of what's going on, you would be amazed at the love and support you would get. You'd be absolutely floored. I can only talk about my group because I've seen it happen countless amount of times. Many, many, many times. The love and the care is over the top. They would drop anything. But again, they're not going to do it if you're just hanging out in free boards, free groups. Man, no one wants to help me. Motherfucker, they don't want to help themselves. They're free. They're not paying anything. They can't even help themselves. They're looking for free shit. Pay to play. Get in the room, the right room. I would never post this in a free room, ever. I would never expect someone to talk to me and help me for free, ever. Why would you? Hey, I'm having a heart attack. Hey, can someone do this for free? No, give me the best heart surgeon now, and I'll pay whatever. See, this is the mindset. This will help you get out of the funk. I'm getting excited. If you can't tell, I blew my no cussing rule today. It is what it is. I got a big day today. When to hire employees? That was another question I got. Well, I don't know the answer to that. But if you're asking the question, you typically probably should be hiring. There's no right or wrong. I've been hiring employees before I even had money. A lot of people are weird about this. I don't look at employees as costs. I look at them as investments. Some of them cost you money eventually. That's the ones you let go. If they're not making you money or buying, getting you time, like I always had an assistant. I have 2 full-time assistants, local, US-based, none of this bullshit virtual shit. I'm not knocking it. I can't do it. I need someone local to me. I need a good old person that understands what I'm saying and understands that, like, I'm looking for long-term relationship employment. I'm talking career-based, not job-based. Way different animal. By the way, it took me 15 years to talk like that. Back in the day, I wanted to grind you out, pay you less, and work you 10 times harder than anybody. That's how I was taught. I wrote a book about it called Magician vs. Mule, but I've matured. So it depends, whoever's asking the question, it depends where you're at in the journey, what your numbers look like, what you're trying to get. The biggest key with hiring an employee, you got to get very clear on what you want them to do. Because hiring an employee is very easy. Managing them is where the magic is. That's the hard part. That's where I suck. So I typically, I use third-party companies to hire people for me at this point in my life. But in the beginning, it seems like a lot of money because it is. It's 20 to 30% of the base salary, your salary. So if you pay them $100,000 a year, you're paying 25 to 30 grand for this individual to find you a person. Sounds like a lot, depending where you're at in the journey, but it's really not if your time is valuable and you're running a real operation. But for me, a lot of variables. Get clear on what you want the employee to do. Get clear on what you want to do with the employee. How do you manage them? Are you a micromanager? Are they doing Are they doing your books? Are they doing your branding? Are they doing customer support? Are they doing assistant work? Like, what are you trying to get? Are you trying to buy your time back? That's what I always wanted. I just wanted time. I'll go do the selling. I'll do the work. I just need someone to do the paperwork because I can't do paperwork. I can't do basic follow-up. I'm not good at that stuff. It's not where I just, for some reason, I just avoid it like the plague. And I've always known that about myself. So I've always hired someone to help me support that. So, Kim, one of my assistants recently, she's been with me exactly just a tad over 5 years, a couple days over 5 years as I'm speaking to you today. So, she knows more about my personal stuff and my business stuff than I do on the behind the scenes. She's running day-to-day stuff, right? Her and Aaron both. Raising private money, another question I get all the time. Again, we're going to be talking about this June 25th and June 26th. I've talked about my whole life because it changed my life. Learning to talk about money and raising capital is one of the best skills I've ever learned. I will never stop talking about money. I will never stop talking about investing. I will never, ever stop. I talk to my kids every day about it. Yesterday, they were out doing a lemonade stand. They made $25 in an hour. I talked to them about the P&L. Tonight, we're going over the P&L. How much money did mom spend on the products? How much did you actually make? Here's what you get to keep. Hey, do you want to put the money back in? Let's go buy some candy bars. Let's go buy some of this. Let's go buy some of that. Here's why I would do that. Here's your COGS, cost of goods sold. Here's what I'd sell for. Here's why. All right, kids, go out there. Let's get to work. Teach them young. Talking about money, getting comfortable transacting money is a very important tool. Do you understand, like, raising money? The reason most people can't raise money is because you're making your money problems everyone else's money problems. And the truth is, a lot of people don't have money problems. You know what they have? They have investing problems. They don't trust investments. If you have a good investment, you need to share it with them. If you're a great operator and you can make them money on their money, you need to share that with them. There's lots of different ways to raise money, right? Are you trying to do a debt fund? Are you trying to just do a one-off real estate investment deal? Are you trying to do a startup? Like, there's a lot of ways to do this. But the only way I know how to do it is have conversations with people that have money and talk to them about what you offer. And don't make it about you, make it about them. Because a lot of people have fears and problems about this. Again, I go into great detail about this at the event because a lot of people right now, all the baby boomers that are retiring, do you know what their number one fear is? I'll tell you, it's running out of money before they die. So, because they're in the stock market, the majority of their life savings is in the stock market. So if the market goes down 50%, which it easily could in the next couple of years, if not this year, it's definitely going to take a drop, take a hit in the next 5 years, right? So you're sitting there, but not only that, let's just say if it stayed flatline, they're spending their principal, they're not generating any revenue, and every night they're literally checking their phone and TV. This is why you go in an old person's house and they have CNBC on 24/7. They don't even know what the fuck it says. They just say, Dow Jones is up 150%. Or 150 points, they're going to go out and get a beer. If it's down 300%, 300 points, they're going to stay at home and the world is ending. They do this all day. It's agony to individuals. I know because I've helped many, 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 many people over my real estate career. older people specifically take their retirement income from IRAs, self-directed IRAs, old solo 401ks, or cash, park it in a hard assets, and continue to get 7, 8, 10, 12% on their money every single month, get an interest checked. So they could live off interest if they have enough money, or they could supplement with interest depending on how much capital they have. But more importantly, it's secured by real estate. It doesn't fluctuate like the stock market. They can go touch, see it, feel it, see it. They can enjoy it. It's real. The stock market's Fugazi, right? Only the big players know what's going on and they manipulate it. It's a manipulation environment. Real estate, if it's $100 grand, it's $100 grand. It's real simple. If the rent's $1,200 a month, it's $1,200 a month, period. If you're paying 10% on $100 grand, it's $10 grand a year. However you chop that up, it is what it is. The stock market, you put $100 grand in, it could be worth a lot more or it could be worth a lot less. But every day you're worried. In real estate, you park it, you're getting residual cash flow. It takes a lot of stress off of the individual. And you'd be amazed at how many people's lives you could help if you get out of your way and start talking about money and start talking about solutions to their problems. Not your problem, solutions to their problems. But we'll talk about that. We're going to have a guy that's raised $50 million up there, another guy that's raised over $100 million and beyond, and at the event, June 25th and 26th in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'll talk more about this. I don't care if you come to the event or not. I'd love to see you there, but this is the room you need to be in. If what I'm talking to you today is kind of talking to you, hitting you in the gut, I'm telling you right now, this is the place. This is where you need to be. June 25th and June 26th, Nashville, Tennessee. Shoot me a message on Instagram and just say Nashville. I'll get you the details. So I'm getting blown up. I just looked at my phone. I didn't realize I'm gone over a little bit. My assistants are pissed. It is what it is. They got to keep me in check. But I just want to let you know, you deserve it. You deserve everything you put your mind to and efforts to. You don't deserve to have it if you do nothing. It's not like how it works. You are here for a reason. I'm excited you're here. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's amazing. You got your family watching, your kids watching. You don't even know how many people's watching you. A lot of people are rooting for you to fail, by the way. That's a chip on my shoulder. I've been told my whole life I'm going to fail. I'm going to keep proving them wrong over and over and over. While they go to their miserable job, while they have their miserable lives, I'm going to be fucking growing, pushing, prodding, and living my life to a whole nother level and creating legacy wealth at like multi-generational wealth. And I know that's why you're here, because you want to better yourself and better people around you that you care about. So I got to bounce. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in Nashville, Tennessee. So with that said, make today count. Peace.
I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.